What's going on, you guys? It's your man James, aka JP, back again with another toy room review. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Etekcity Smart Wi-Fi outlet. Now you may be thinking, it's an outlet. What, you plug things into it, what more is there to say about this? Well, there's actually a lot that you can do with this, a lot of features and a lot of different cool little things that you can track with this smart Wi-Fi outlet. I want to thank the people over at Etekcity for sending this over for me to review for you guys. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the unboxing, and then we'll take a look at all the cool features on this Etekcity Wi-Fi smart outlet. Guys, so taking a look at the packaging, it's just done in all brown cardboard with white accents all over. I really like the white, it really makes it pop. Very unique style of box, but you can see right here, Etekcity Voltson Smart Wi-Fi outlet with the image of what the outlet actually looks like, which is pretty cool, and then the model number. And then coming to the side, you get this very cool logo. I really love this logo. It's done in a New York style, city style type of text right there, and I just think that's really cool. I really love that. Building on better living, Etekcity here. And if you come right here, you got some of the specs for this specific product. So you can see the Android 4.3 or higher, or iOS 8.0 or higher is required to run the app for the actual outlet itself. And then coming over here, you got that same beautiful logo again. So if we come here to open it up, you just have this little tab that you pull back right here. Fold this back, and then you are greeted with the actual outlet itself, which comes in a nice little plastic baggie here to protect it, which is very nice. And we'll move this box out the way so you can see the actual plug outlet itself. Looks like, oh no, that was just a little bit of dust or something that was on there. So it's just done in all white. You have the actual plug port right there. You can see Etekcity right here. Up here looks like it's going to be some type of LED indicator right there, probably for pairing mode and whatnot. And then this looks like it's going to be some type of sensor for the built-in Nightlight, as you can see right here, which we will show off in a little bit. And then coming to the side right over here, it's just plain, and then back here it's also plain as well with just the plug points right there. And then over here you have QR codes, so you can download the app to your respective device, whether it be iOS or Android. You can just plug in the QR code in your phone and it'll take you right to the App Store to download the app. And you can see some of the specs right here. So overall, this is pretty good looking. Just initial thoughts, the build quality seems very nice, seems high quality, doesn't feel like cheap plastic or anything. On this side you do have the power button, a nice clicky power button right there. Go ahead and get an extension cord. Let me get my phone, let me download the app, and then we'll give a tutorial of this smart plug. Alright, you guys, so we got the extension cord here, so we're just gonna plug this in like so, and you can see this little light is blinking right here. I'm sure that is the pairing light. We're gonna, oh, okay, I don't know what that did. That looks like maybe it's in standby mode. Yeah, and that might be pairing mode since it is blinking. So let's go ahead and put it in standby for right now, and the extension cord doesn't want to cooperate, but we'll put that there. So let me cut the lights off so that we can go into the phone here and clear that out of the way, and we can take a look at how to download the app. So you just go to your Google Play Store or iOS, search for VSync. You can see the logo right there. That's what it looks like. And like I said, you can also use the QR codes that are right here and in the quick start guide if you want to make sure you download the right app. But here you go, that's what it looks like. Obviously I have it installed already, so we're gonna go back to my home page, open up the VSync app. You'll have to create an account. I already created one to save time off screen, but you create an account and then this is the screen that you are brought to. So you're just going to want to add your device and then click your respective device. Obviously this is the Wi-Fi outlet and this is the model that we have right here, so we're going to do that. Okay, obviously we plugged it in already, as you guys can see, so that is going. So let's start the setup. It says press and hold the button for 10 seconds, okay, until it's blinking rapidly. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, there we go. So we got the blinking light right there. So let's click next. I have to turn my location on in order to get this to work, like with most products nowadays. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, I already turned the location on, so let's go back. Okay, so let's click next. We did that already. And then this is the Wi-Fi. This may not support this 5 gigahertz network. So you need a 2.4 gigahertz network. So let's see if this will actually work. Let me put in my Wi-Fi password. All right, so let's see what happens. Let's join the network. Okay, it's giving me the warning that this may not work. Let's see what happens. So now we have to switch our Wi-Fi from our current Wi-Fi that we're on to the actual device itself. So we have to search for the VSync Wi-Fi. Okay, so we are running into an issue because I'm on a 5 gigahertz network. This isn't picking up, the app isn't picking up this device. So we just ran into a road bump, so I have to go somewhere else where I can get a 2.4 gigahertz connection in order to get this to work. So this is going to be postponed, and I gotta switch locations. With the magic of editing, let's go ahead and do that right. Alright you guys, so through the magic of editing, we are at a new location. This is a few days later. I brought everything with me to work, my tripod, my whole recording setup, so that I could record this for you, because I do have a 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi connection at work, so this should work perfectly. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into it so I can show you how this works and all the features that it has. So first thing I'm going to do is cut off the lights, and then we're just going to grab my phone, open that up right there, and get the camera to focus a bit better. Hold on one second. There we go. So we're going to open the VSync app. I'm going to add our device. Same process that we did the last time, so I'm just going to breeze through it for you guys. Alright, so we're going to want to plug this in like so, and hold this down until we get the rapidly blinking blue light. Now make sure that it is rapidly blinking. It has 2 phases, so this is not the rapid blinking, and I made this mistake and it was not connecting via Wi-Fi that way. This is the rapid blinking that you need. So there are 2 different blinking settings. It is going to be the second one. So once we do that, we just come right here and set everything up with our Wi-Fi. And then now we have to find the VSync Wi-Fi, which is right here. Perfect. And now it's going to connect to it. Okay, internet may not be available. That's common because we're just connecting directly to the outlet via the Wi-Fi that it's giving off. You can't actually like search the internet using this internet or this Wi-Fi signal that this is giving off. So let's go ahead and go back. Okay, so we're back here, and now it's gonna do its thing. It's gonna connect this to our regular Wi-Fi through all the Wi-Fi signals. Bunch of technical stuff, but it's connecting, so give it a few seconds and then it will connect. Okay, so the connection was successful, so everything is set up the way that it should be. It is now set up, and that is pretty much it. So let's just click done. And then boom, so now you can see the outlet right here, and you can see the nightlight that's going on. I'll have some b-roll of what this looks like up against the wall, but yeah, anytime the lights are off in the room, this automatically shines, and it's very bright, and I actually do like it. You can turn the setting off if you want to, but that looks pretty cool. So let's go ahead and jump right in here. So we'll turn this on and off, and this does make like a little clicking sound when you turn it on and off, so that's how you know that it is working. So here we go, listen to this. You see, you hear that little click, and you can see that light as well. So works perfect, works the way it should. So let's go ahead and dive into some of the features here. So this is what I was mentioning here with the nightlight. So if you want it on or off, there we go. So it turned off, and now it's not going to turn on again unless you enable it right here. So we're going to keep that on for now. And there you go, so that turned on, so that is pretty cool. And then coming here, you can see the amount of voltage that this is currently using. Obviously I have nothing plugged into it at the moment, but that is pretty cool that it does give you a voltage readout and the amount of energy that you're using and power and everything like that. Another cool thing is you can set a schedule. So if we open that up, you can have exactly when you want this to turn on. If you only want this to turn on at 10 a.m. every morning or 10 p.m. every night, or whatever the case may be, you can do a schedule for certain times and certain days, so that is pretty nice. You can also do a timer. So it's basically the same concept as a schedule. It's just a countdown. If you want this to turn on 30 seconds from now, you can do that, and it will do so. And then you have an away feature, which is basically if you go on vacation, you can set a schedule for this, and it will turn on at random intervals throughout the day. So you can set which days you're going to be away, and it will turn on whatever is plugged into this, so that, you know, if you want to use it to turn on lamps in the house, people think someone's home while you're out on vacation. So that is pretty cool. I do like that a lot. So if you go to settings, you can just rename this to whatever you want to rename it as. And then here is the nightlight. So the nightlight is a separate feature or a separate device in here. So You can control the nightlight independently and the outlet independently, which is pretty cool. You can change the icon. Not really sure why you would want to, but you can do that. Let's say if you have a specific lamp set up to this one, you can take a picture of that lamp and you'll see that as your icon instead of the actual icon that is given to you here. And energy saving mode, I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory. It's going to give you the best energy efficiency for whatever is plugged into the device. And abnormal power protection, so if there's any power surges or power spikes, whatever is plugged into this will be protected. So you are going to want to turn that on. So we're going to do so. And you can do the threshold, so if it goes over 1200 watts, or you can have any custom number that you want. So that is really, really cool. So a ton of great little just power features all throughout here. So now I'm going to show you how it obviously works as far as turning something on and off. So let me go ahead and get something plugged into this. Guys, so I have my arcade one up plugged into this, and I'm going to cut the lights really quickly. I have the app open. I have the arcade one up plugged into the smart outlet right there. So let's go ahead, let's cut the lights. And then I have the app right here so you guys can see it. So let's just power on and let's see what happens with the arcade one up. And there you go. That delay has nothing to do with the outlet. The arcade one up, if you guys own an arcade one up, you know that there is a delay once you turn the arcade one up on and off, as I'll demonstrate here just to prove a point. So I just turned it on. I just turned it off and now I just turned it on again, and you see there is that delay. So that has nothing to do with the plug itself. That is just the arcade one up, but I think that is pretty cool. So I don't know if we're gonna get any power readings from here. Let's see what we got here. Okay, so you can see we are using 122 volts. I believe before it was not as many volts, but now, oh, see, it just went up to 123, so that's pretty cool. So it does give you a live reading of how many volts you're getting, and then you can see the power consumption here, and you can see it weekly, daily, monthly, yearly, and you can kind of keep track of how much money you're actually spending in electricity. So that is pretty cool. I wonder if I jump into a game and start playing the game, if that will spike it in any way as far as the voltage. Power just went up to 14 right there. So there we go. So you can see the power is at 14 and the voltage is at 123. So it doesn't look like there's any spikes as far as when you're playing it. So it looks like it stays consistently at that number. But that is pretty cool. So you got that right there, and people are texting me while I'm recording. So you got that feature, and you know, if you want to just turn it off, boom, press it, it turns off. It's as simple as that. There's no tricks or anything to it. I mean, you can see the outlets plugged in right here, and I'm here by myself. So I think that's pretty cool. So overall, very useful. I think I'm gonna keep it, since I obviously can't use it at home with my internet at home. I think I'm gonna keep it here at work and just have it with my arcade one up, so anytime I want to get up and play it, I can have it on, because I work in the other office across the hall. I can just have it on, boom, just like that, and it'll already be on by the time I even walk in the room. So I think that's pretty cool. Obviously there's still this delay with the arcade one up boot screen right here, but there it is. So, so there's my review on the Etekcity Wi-Fi Smart Outlet. Now, overall, I think this is really cool. I absolutely love it. The build quality is nice and sturdy. It doesn't feel cheap at all. I love the shape of it. The design is great. It's nice and compact. I love the built-in nightlight. That's a feature that a lot of smart plugs don't usually have, so that's really cool. And the fact that you can turn it on or off if you don't want to use it for whatever reason, you can do that as well. So I think that is really cool. And overall, I am in love with this. The only issue that I have with this is that it runs on only a 2.4 gigahertz connection. The connection that I have at home is 5 gigahertz, and I've never ran into any connection problems before with any other products, you know, that only run on a 2.4 gigahertz connection. So that is my biggest gripe with this. I do wish that they would somehow figure out how to get this to work on a 5 gigahertz connection. I'm sure they could do it with like a software update or something like that. But other than that issue, I think this is really cool. I'll leave the links down below if you guys want to check out their website, or if you want to purchase one of these, leave the link for Amazon down below. These come in at right under $20, I believe. So very good stuff. Again, thank you to the people over at Etekcity for sending this out for me to review for you guys. And that is pretty much it. So I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here. So as always, stay tuned for more. I'll see you guys next time.